Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back once again to another episode of NXT with D'Lo Brown. I'm JC for Life, and we've got the Go Home show today. It's Wednesday, the 3rd week of August 2020. We are live from the Logan Square Auditorium in Chicago, Illinois, and this is the Go Home show before TakeOver Chicago, which will be at the Allstate Arena in nearby Rosemont, which I guess WWE likes to call it Chicago, but it's kind of out near the airport, which is not really kind of downtown or the city centre. I'd have loved to have it had it at like the Wintrust Arena, which is like further downtown and slightly smaller than the Allstate, but it's not in this database, so we can't really do that. We've got a bit of we've got a card lined up here. We've got a stacked card for the Go Home show. Looking at the booking analysis, it is advising that they're worried that we're overusing Dijakovic and Thatcher here on the show. Some news from the last episode. I think we went over it very briefly. Mark Andrews has signed with us, but we are holding off on his debut until either during or after TakeOver Chicago. But he has officially signed with us, so that's all well and good. We've got ourselves another young enoughish guy. He's recognizable. He's got a bit of name recognition from his time on 205 Live and NXT UK, and hopefully that'll serve us pretty well. So we've got him kind of waiting in the wings. Alright, let's go down to it. We're live at Logan Square Auditorium, and we've got ourselves a card here. I'm going to start off with the pre-show, as we always do here. We've got Indus Share with Malcolm Bivens against Mansoor and Jake Atlas. Mansoor was off his game today. It was kind of pretty even. All wrestlers were kind of around the 30s. Bivens was good at ringside, good manager. Commentary was good, Mansoor was bad. Segment got a 32, but we gotta build up these guys and get them, a little bit of ring experience, and that ought to help them out a bit. Yeah, inconsistency and inexperience seems to be like the name of the game here. I think we've got 3 pre-show matches tonight here. It is a sellout at Logan Square Auditorium. It's a pretty small place. We just wanted to get the talent in Chicago on Wednesday, so that they could have like 2 days without travel, and they could just stay in Chicago, kind of rest up and enjoy themselves, and then have the pay-per-view on Saturday before heading back southeast for the next episode on Wednesday. Alright, skipping on past a pre-show bout that had subpar wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Vanessa Bourne defeats Xia Li in 7 minutes 41. They could have done better. Our guest road agent for tonight, Sean Davari, could have done a better job putting the match together. And other than that, it's kind of it's getting people experience where they need to get experience, and that's kind of what we're aiming for. That's what we're hoping to do. It's not in front of a big crowd, so we don't want to overexpose them. Okay, next match. Oh boy, this is a banger of another pre-show match. In a decent pre-show match, Joaquin Wilde defeats El Hijo del Fantasma in 8:31 by pinfall with the Filipino Destroyer. Joaquin Wilde, an in-ring performance of 56. Commentary done well. Overall, the segment got a 57. Ooh. Even though Fantasma only put up a 47 performance. That's pretty dang good for a high spots match on the pre-show. Alright, I think that's the pre-show done. Alright, so Triple H led to cut a promo at the start of the show. He didn't have a script, he just worked improv. Beth Phoenix was pretty weak, Sarah Stock as an agent was weak, but the segment got an 83, that's pretty good. So he cut a promo with being like, okay, this is the Go Home show, this is what's going to go down, and we're going to go through what all he announced in that promo in just a few short moments here. So he has announced that Saturday night at TakeOver we will be seeing Jordan Devlin defending that Cruiserweight Championship against Wacky and Wild at TakeOver Chicago. So that is announced from there. That's a big announcement. Yes, I do want to go on without pre-booking. Also later on tonight, we've got Arya Daivari and Sean Daivari against the Bollywood Boys. Sean Daivari is in on a one night only deal and a tag with his brother. And also later on, we will also be seeing Rhea Ripley in one-on-one action against Dakota Kai. Alright. That's all good. We'll hear from Austin Theory before this big match on Saturday, and he's gone off on a rant on how much he hates Drew Gulak. I think they have history with each other. I'm not sure. Maybe it's not in this universe, but obviously Theory has an issue with Drew Gulak showing up out of nowhere and instantly coming in for his NXT title without having earned a title shot or whatever. Because remember, TakeOver on Saturday will be Drew Gulak's debut for NXT. Well, in-ring at least. And we'll be hearing from Drew Gulak and his response to that promo later on in the show tonight. In an extremely short match, Dijak defeated Imperium in a handicap match. I thought I had this. Hold on. I thought I booked this as a draw. Did I not book this as a draw? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. I had Jack Gallagher interfering as the finish, but I guess maybe that's the underhanded tactics. I thought it was just going to be like a DQ finish because of the interference. And Dijak picked up a win in a handicap match with a bit of help from Jack Gallagher. Does get a bonus for a hot crowd. Scotty 2 Hotty done well as agent. Commentary was good. Imperium is a good tag team. Dijak gets selling and star quality bonus. Segment was penalised for the lack of associated storyline. Well, that's not accurate, because it's booking the championship scramble. We gotta go back to the booking here. That's not right there. That's Elia versus Santana Garrett. I'll change that to be a regular match. Okay, so after the match, Timothy Thatcher comes out and Imperium beats up Dijak and leave him down and out. That's alright. Steve Corino done well there. Segment rating was a 31, so not great there. Okay. So Triple H comes out and is like, okay, as they're all beating the tar out of each other, here's what we're gonna do. Later on tonight, we're going to restart this match. It's going to be a 6-man tag. It's going to be Timothy Thatcher, Marcel Barthel, Fabian Aichner on one side. You've got Dijakovic, Jack Gallagher, Brian Kendrick on the other side. 6-man tag for later on tonight. Let's freaking go. Alright, next bout. And I had a decent reaction, but subpar wrestling. Santana Garrett defeated Leah in 9:43 with a handspring moonsault. Had to, give Santana Garrett a win and a bit of a rub just to kind of build her up a little bit. We don't have a lot of experienced hand faces that are kind of high up the card that can put over the heels a little bit. So I have to get a little bit of a build there. It was penalised for worky chemistry. Apparently they didn't really get on very well in the ring. But that's okay. Let's iron out these kinks. So Zach Gibson's backstage trying to psych up James Drake for his upcoming match. I forgot to give Gibson a script. He was trying to improv and didn't do very well. That was on me. A decent reaction from the crowd with subpar wrestling. James Drake defeats Oney Lorcan in 10 minutes by pinfall using the ropes for leverage. We also had Danny Burch come out to distract Oney Lorcan during the match. So their bit of a beef is still ongoing. It's not kind of rated as an official storyline. I guess it's kind of on the back burner for now. Simply because like they're not getting the good segment ratings, so I'm kind of either jobbing the writer or like keeping them off TV for a little bit. Let's go to the next segment. Robert Stone's backstage. He's getting Chelsea Green ready for her match later on tonight, which I believe is in the next segment. About to have good wrestling and decent reaction. Chelsea Green defeats Scarlett Bordeaux in 8:48 by pinfall. Gets a 48. Pretty good job. Match done its job well, gave the crowd a bit of a breather. You know what? They can't all be winners, but you know what? That one won by not being a winner. Good job, D'Lo. Good job. Chelsea Green gets the high morale bonus. Good selling, good charisma, good star quality, good gimmick, good announcing, good commentary, good agency work. The only thing was 2 penalties. One was for inconsistency, one was for 2 heels being against each other. But you know what? I ain't mad about that. It's a 48. We're making progress. Drew Gulak cutting the promo on Austin Theory. Coming back around. So that's them like hyping up their match on Saturday night. That's well and good. In a decent match, Arya and Sean Daivari defeat the Bollywood Boys in 10 minutes when Arya Daivari pins Sunil with the magic carpet ride. Which, I don't even know what the magic carpet ride is, but it seems like a horribly racist move name, but anyway. Alright, the Singh Boys got good tag experience. Samir Singh was penalised for low morale. Arya Daivari is penalised for inconsistency. Sean Daivari is now using a Middle Eastern fanatic, and as a gimmick it received an initial rating of poor. Well, it's not suitable to be used by a face. Okay. Well, maybe I should just give him another gimmick. But okay. He's only on a 1-day deal anyway, so that's okay. Dakota Kai is coming out to the ring, getting ready for her match. And Tegan Knox is also coming down to the ring because she's going to do commentary on Dakota Kai's match. And in a decent match, Dakota Kai defeats Rhea Ripley in 12:55 with a top rope splash. Both those girls done pretty well. Rhea Ripley got a protection bonus because I didn't want her to kind of fall back down the card. Good announcing, good colour commentary. Good job, Tegan Knox there. Segment rating got a bonus from the road agent work for X-Pac. That's alright. Next segment, I believe, is the... Oh, this is our main event segment of the night. That's right. I don't think I had a post show segment tonight. So in a decent match, Ringkampf defeats Dijak, Gallagher and Kendrick in 12:48 when Thatcher pins Dijak after using a foreign object. After the other 4 are brawling in the outside and the ref loses control of the match. That's alright. Gets Thatcher over. Heel tactics. Good job. Announcing quality lifted the match. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. 42 for a kind of... I'll not say it's... what was I going to say? I'm going to say throwaway 6-man tag. But I think it's just because of people being overused. And I set them to be like as a kind of set it as a wild brawl so that they would go all out. So that didn't do very well either. And then we closed the show with a hype video for Austin Theory Drew Gulak to hype our main event for Saturday. Overall, I don't think it was a super bad show, but it wasn't great either. I used Thatcher too much, I used Ezak too much, but you know what? I have to keep using them too much to kind of build them up because it's a mid-card champion and a mid-card challenger. They have to get used to being on television a lot. Lost his popularity in one region, gained popularity in 20 others. I can accept that. The Triple H promo, I think, really brought up the rest of the card. But if I'm right in saying Joaquin Wilde once again match of the night, far and away with that 57 rating, and most of the rest of the show was all duds. The Chelsea Green Scarlett Bordeaux match was pretty good as well, actually. Dakota Kai versus Rhea Ripley, I thought that match would have done a little bit better. But you know what? We can live with it. We can take it. Alright, we have emails. 41,789 viewers overall. 3,160 combined on TV. Yeet email. That's not looking pretty good. Oof, 45,000 in debt. Shinkies. That can't be right. Is this because our broadcast revenue is falling way down because we don't have that TV money anymore? Any profit or loss absorbed by WWE at the end of the month. So you know what? That's alright because the parent company, which means we can kind of operate without a budget here. That's okay. Orwin Ellis contract's up in 2 months. Is his contract with us or with the main roster? That's what I'd love to know. It's owned by WWE. We're loaning him out for developmental. How much more developmental do you have to be if your consistency is anywhere between 55 and 100? Your stamina is 45 to 90. And it's a hell of a freaking job. And he's been commentating since he was like 20, so. These guys' contract is up in 53 days. I think his is a main roster contract as well. But it's developmental. Alright. So let's move on and let's skip on until Saturday then, shall we? And we'll start putting together TakeOver Chicago on this episode, and then we'll actually run down through it and simulate the show on the next episode. I think this one's going to be a short one today. And we're into Saturday here. So Tim Storm is retiring from active competition from the NWA. Okay, let's see. NXT UK was on last night. It's done a 48, which is not good. A cage match getting a 34. Oof. That's rough. Kaylee Ray defeats Toni Storm and Candy Floss in a triple threat to retain the UK Women's title. Alright, how did SmackDown do? 82, the sellout crowd. Shawn Michaels interviews the segment of the night, followed by Roman Reigns and AJ Styles defeating the New Day in a tag team match. Undisputed Era defeats the Viking Raiders in the pre-show. It's good to see. Good to see call-ups doing well. MLW Fusion done a 66. That's pretty good. Jimmy Havoc defeating Davey Boy Smith and Filthy Tom Lawler in a triple threat. There are new Von Erichs. It shows how much I know about the wrestling world in general. That I completely forgot that there was a whole new generation of Von Erichs out there. And they're all out working for Court Bauer. Of course they are. Alright. Cruiserweight Championship hasn't really been gaining prestige. My current reputation's up to 12. That's pretty good. Let's check our storylines going into the main event here. So we've got Dakota Kai and Rhea Ripley, and Tegan Knox's storyline is at a 48 heat. The North American Championship Scramble, that's at a 42 heat. Timothy Thatcher is coming across here as good, and DJ's coming across fairly good. Everyone's coming across fairly good. Triple H is coming across as neutral because he's kind of involved in like the middle of everything, and he's kind of not really part of the storyline at all. In the NXT Championship storyline, it's a 44 heat. It's considered hot. Austin Theory and Drew Gulak are both coming out of this looking better, and slightly better here is Zach Gibson and James Drake's increase here. I could have James Drake versus Tony Nese actually. Zach Gibson, Tony Nese drew 53, so that's pretty good. And yeah, James Drake is coming out of this very good. I should just check on James Drake actually, just to see like how well he's improving here. Like brawling hasn't really changed, technical hasn't really changed. He hasn't really kind of changed the stats an awful lot. His stamina has got a little bit better. I do kind of wish his psychology would go up a little bit. He's got the old school heel gimmick. Zach Gibson's got the cocky gimmick. That's alright. Only Larkin is considered unimportant. Well, I think we all knew that. Danny Burch is also considered unimportant. Yeah, down in the southeast, he's losing popularity. Oof. Oh, speaking of losing popularity, are we losing popularity? Where can I see that? No, I don't want to change that. I can't do high shows, that's okay. I forget what I'm doing. Oh, I can't have developmental as well. What was I looking for? I forget what I was looking for now. Anyway, we'll march on here. Because the Allstate Arena has been booked. Broadcasts for this event have not yet been sent. Yes, we will use the WWE network as our broadcaster. There are no other NXT shows happening tonight. The event is set to last for 2 hours rather than 2.5. Okay, so that's maybe a good thing. 4,850 is the expected attendance tonight. And I am currently booking TakeOver. Alliance belts, I will borrow the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. I can build some more of these other people up to being like well known. That'll be fantastic. Okay. So Austin Theory versus Gulak. That's on there. Alright. Add an angle. I need to have the hype video for them. Drew Gulak and Austin Theory. For some reason I keep forgetting to book the storylines being due to advance when I'm doing these pre-books and stuff. Thatcher versus D-Jack. No, that's just the end on a cheap finish with Aichner and Bart the Imperium to come in and interfere on Thatcher's behalf. That's okay. Now we've got we're gonna get a hype video for those guys. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's happened with those guys in the storyline. So let's maybe give them a longer video here. So we're at 45 minutes. We can go anywhere between 90 and 150. Pre-booking also. Let's have our women's championship added to the card here. Advanced storyline. There we go. And we'll add a 1v1 video for those. And advanced storyline there. Go further into the pre-booking. We'll add our tag team match on here. Gallery and Kendrick versus the Imperium. I set this to be a technical masterclass. Maybe that might not be right. $61-74 he has. Ryan Kendrick is 54-62. Marcel has 67-85. Fabian has 30-48. Okay, so maybe we protect Fabian during this match, because it is supposed to be a technical match. Let's protect Brian Kendrick as well. He's probably like one of the more technical people in here as well, but a quick clean flash pinfall. We'll get these guys their promo video as well. Alright, so we're at 91 minutes. We've got another half an hour. We've got this bout for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. And there we go. We have 107 out of our 120 minutes booked up. And we'll do a promo video for those guys as well. Boris booked that. And we'll have Triple H come out and do the authority figure promo to start the show as well. And you know what, Dio can write that. Alright, and we're at 117 minutes. We're not going to have a post show because it's a pay-per-view. We will have some pre-show matches. First thing first, actually, maybe I should just go into booking analysis here. and see who is here. Zach Gibson's moved up into well-known perception. That's actually pretty dang good. That's pretty good. Zach Gibson's getting over. James Drake is unrecognizable as well, so he's getting pretty over as well. And momentum's getting warmed up. I like that. I really, really like that. A lot of these people who are like happy and pleased. Danny Burch and Samir Singh are still irritated. Danny Burch got warm momentum. I don't know how he managed that. Oh my goodness, I got the hiccups. Alright, so we've got a pre-show match. And the pre-show, we'll have Phantasma against Swerve in the pre-show. I'll give them 11 minutes to do their thing. They can start with working the crowd. You just have an open match. Give Phantasma the win here. Protect Swerve to make sure he doesn't kind of fall back down. I have a scripted, decisive pinfall win. You know, pretty straightforward. Okay, that's on the pre-show. Did I set that on work the crowd? I did. Maybe I should set that on high spots. Yeah. We'll have a second match to work. We'll have this tag team match to work the crowd. In this share, or the heel team against the Bollywood Boys, who are the face team. We'll give them 10 minutes on the pre-show. That's going to be a work the crowd. Saurav Gurjar is going to be good there. That's going to be a scripted match because I don't trust them. It's got to be a manager interference pinfall finish. Alright, I have 35 minutes of pre-show time left. Also in the pre-show, I think I'll show Drew Gulak getting ready on the pre-show. Sitting in the crowd version 1. This is where we debut Mark Andrews. He's only going to be on the show for like a minute, but he is going to be there. Maybe I move Imperium versus Gallagher and Kendrick down to be our opener. Alright. So I have a work a crowd to start. Then we have the high spots. And so no, that's a pre-show angle. and that can be between the two matches. Triple H's promo is going to open the show. We've got the hype video for the tag match. The hype video for the cruiserweight match is going to show Mark Andrews in the crowd. Who are we missing here? We are missing Dunkerton. Dunkerton's not on the card. He is a face. We need to have a heel for him to defeat. Exclude already book. I don't want him to go up against Drake or Gibson. I'm going to put him up against Danny Burch. That's going to be a 9-minute pre-show match. It's going to be pretty quick. Dunkerton is going to dominate at the expense of Burch. It's going to be a regular match. They can't really do comedy matches, so I want to kind of take this seriously. It's going to be scripted, decisive, pinfall finish. And that's it. No monkey business. Hold on. Okay. I think that's everything here. Actually, maybe... we'll add an X-Pac promo to the pre-show as well. And show him backstage. We're kind of having like Triple H and X-Pac. The NXT is like the DX show basically. Maybe we should hire Road Dogg and bring Michaels back down from the main roster. Get the band back together. All right, so there's our card. I think. I don't have a women's match in the pre-show. I have 19 minutes of pre-show time left. Maybe I should add one. I've only got 2 women on the card. Let's have a women's tag match. And we got faces to go against Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir. And Rhea Ripley, who's a badass. And Shotzi Blackheart, who's a grunge rocker. That's also going to go on the pre-show. Alright, that's going to be a regular one. Marina Shafir is going to get the win there, but Jessamine Duke is going to dominate. That's going to be a scripted, decisive, and they're MMA fighters, so a submission finish probably. I should add that Chelsea should be the one to take the submission. And keep Rhea Ripley looking strong. Alright, there we go. We have a card for TakeOver Chicago. That just took a while to put together. Alright, so in our next episode we'll start simulating the card and we'll throw it all together and we'll see what happens. And hopefully we'll see you then. Thanks for watching, see you then.